I'm a junior at Brown, if y'all didn't know that already, and at Brown in particular, they have all the juniors declare their majors because they allow the freshmen and sophomores to experiment and explore. So during those 2 years, I flirted, hooked up with, dated, married, broke up with a lot of different majors, and so basically
Can we? Can we here at India do that? Can we just take different majors in our college? Can we? Can we? Can we? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for my overacting. Excuse me, please. But yes, at AFLU, you can. Hello everyone. I'm Nisha. This is Literature Law, and welcome to the channel. This is one among the most requested video from the channel. I know that the channel is very small, but we do have some great friends who ask me to make videos on certain topics. They recommend topics to me, and they look forward to my videos, which is amazing. It's an amazing feeling because to know that there is someone waiting for a video, it is a motivation to continue making these videos. uh, okay, so let's get started. I do not know why I make the introduction a bit so big. Okay, so in this video we are going to talk about the English and Foreign Languages University, the courses that it offers, how to get into the university, and what all to expect from the university once you are in. So let's get started. As I have already told, I am studying in the English and Foreign Languages University, Hyderabad, and I'm trying to pursue my specialization in literary and cultural studies, but I'm still counted as an MA English student. Why is that so? We'll get to know. Okay, so the English and Foreign Languages University is a central university. I don't know why most people don't know that. They think it is a private one, but it is a central university with its main branch or main campus in Hyderabad and two separate branches, one in Shillong and one in Lucknow. It is South Asia's only university that exclusively caters to language and literary studies, and it offers courses in many languages, but we don't know, want to go there. We are concerned here with only the post graduation programs that are offered in English. And if you're not interested in either the master's program or in English, I would I would ask you to skip the video because I do not want you to waste your time. The university offers two kinds of MA programs. One is MA specialization or specialized MA program, and the second one is the cafeteria program. The specialized MA programs, which is somewhat, not completely, but somewhat similar to the programs that are offered in other universities, like MA English Literature, MA New Literatures in English, MA Comparative Literature, MA Linguistics, MA Computational Linguistics, MA Journalism and Media Communications, and various such programs which are specialized. The other kind of program that it offers is MA Cafeteria System, MA English, MA English under Cafeteria System. But what is this cafeteria system? Think of it as a cafe or a canteen or a buffet of all kinds of food, and you just go there, you eat whatever you want to eat, and depending upon the kind of food you ate, you're going to gain the calories. Something similar is there in the cafeteria system. Think of it as a canteen or a cafeteria with all the programs that are offered per semester by certain departments, like the film studies department, English literature department, linguistics department, SE, social exclusion, studies department, journalism and media communications department, cultural studies department. Various departments offer certain number of courses each semester, and they are all arranged. You go there, you pick up all that you want to study, and depending upon the courses you took the most of a certain department, you are going to fetch the degree of that department. For example, if I did more courses from linguistics department, I am going to gain a degree of MA linguistics. Understood? So the course that I'm doing, I'm trying to do, basically comes under the MA English Cafeteria program, where I am trying to pursue a degree in literary and cultural studies. Hopefully, I'll do so. But how does the university operate such a program? Because it's too unique for India. The university is able to operate such a program is because the university follows a choice based credit system. All this time in your graduation, you must have studied the foundational courses. The courses are important for the basic understanding of the subject, and then the core courses that are important for building a deeper understanding of the subject. And then you have electives. There are always 5 to 6 electives, and of which you need to select one depending upon your choice. But many universities do not allow that. When I was in my graduation in BHU, we had many electives, but and very interesting electives. But I had to do new literatures in English because that was the only course that was available, and everyone has to do new literatures in English. But I don't know about your university, but usually the universities do not allow that. ESLU follows a similar pattern, but it allows you complete freedom to choose your electives any time of the year in any semester. So it does follow the core foundational elective thing. So the courses are divided into core courses, elective courses, and foundational courses. According to the choice-based credit system, for a student to complete the master's degree, she or they has or have to obtain a minimum of 80 credits, and it can go up to a maximum of 100, but a minimum 80 is important. Of these 80 credits, one has to obtain at least 50 credits from the core courses that are offered by the department they want to have a degree in. Example, if I want to have a degree of MA Linguistics, I need to complete at least 50 credits. I need to obtain at least 50 credits from the core courses that are offered by the linguistics department. Remaining 30 you can choose from all the departments that I talked about of film studies, JMC, SES, English literature, new literature, anything. You can choose the remaining 30 credits as per your interest. These can be free credits, these can be electives, these can be foundational, these can be core courses of any department. But the 50 credits have to be the core credits of the department you want to have a degree in. This much is clear? I'm hoping it is clear. Okay, this was the CBCS or choice based credit system. Usually one course is of 5 credits. This means you need to complete 10 courses from the core 10 core courses from the department you want the degree from, and then you have to complete at least 6 courses that are optional or electives. You can do whatever you want to do with those 6 courses. This provides students a certain flexibility which allows them to explore their interests. In the MA specialized program and in the MA cafeteria program, the university follows the same system. What it means that if you want MA, if you are doing MA English literature, in that too you need to complete a minimum of 50. You need to obtain a minimum of 50 credits from the English department, and the 30 can be the 30 are the free credits you can obtain from any course. Think of it as someone who is going on shopping and having a pre-decided list that they need such and such thing. Or think of the cafeteria system as one who cluelessly goes to the mall and just explores, and depending upon things that he liked or she or they liked, they chose. Now, what are the degrees that are offered under MA cafeteria program? First is MA English. जल्दी से में जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब करो, मेरे चैनल को बढ़ाओ थोड़ा, ताकि मैं एक वॉइस कैंसलेशन माइक ले सकूँ, ठीक है? इफ़ यू डू नॉट वांट दिस गोल्डन रिट्रीवर वाला जो barking noise to hear, subscribe to the channel and share it. Okay, so first, Mama. Okay, so what are the degrees that are offered under MA English cafeteria program? First is MA English, which is a general degree that is offered for one who has done something in every department. For that too, for MA English degree too, you need to complete a certain number of credits from the linguistics department, from the English literature department, from criticism, from ELT, from it. All this you will understand if you once get into the university. There will be an orientation explaining you all this. Then the other is MA English Literature. In this, you need to complete 50 credits at least from the MA English Literature department. Then you have MA Linguistics. You need to complete at least 50 from the linguistics. And then you have Literature and Culture, Literary and Cultural Studies. 50 credits from the Cultural Studies department. And then you have MA Teaching of English as a Second Language. 50 credits from the ELT, that is English Language Teaching department. This much is clear. Now, how to get into the university? The entrance exam. But you need to pass the entrance exam of the program you want to enroll yourself in. If you want to enroll yourself in a specialized MA program, you need to complete the entrance of that. So, if you want to enroll yourself under MA Linguistics course, you need to pass the entrance exam of MA Linguistics. What does the paper comprise of it? 50 questions out of linguistics, because you want to enroll yourself in linguistics course. 50 questions out of linguistics, and other 50 comprises of questions concerning general knowledge, current affairs, basic mathematics, and language skills. And similar is with all the other courses. If you want to MA French, MA Spanish, MA English Literature, MA Comparative Literature, all of them have 50 questions concerning that subject and 50 concerning basic general studies, general knowledge, current affairs, basic mathematics, language skills, basic science. That's it. For MA English, you have 50 questions concerning English language. It will have comprehensions, it will have arrange the sentences, jumble, arrange the passage kind of questions that have one line pehle ka, one line end ka, and then you have 5 to 6 lines, and then you need to arrange as per the beginning and the ending line. Questions match the following, or questions of such sort that concern with your knowledge of the English language and comprehension. And then the other 50 is the same: current affairs, general knowledge, maths, basic maths and basic science, and basic English language skills. There is no negative marking in the exam. Till the time we had the exam, we didn't have the negative marking. And if you're applying for 2 courses at the same time, for example, I applied for MA Cafeteria and I applied for MA English Literature, the 50 questions that I said concerning the current affairs and general knowledge, maths and such will be common. So 50 questions of English literature, because I applied for the MA English Literature program, and then 50 questions that this has to have that concerns current affairs, general knowledge and such, maths and such, and then the 50 questions of MA English Cafeteria that has comprehensions and English language skills questions and such. So I had to complete a total of 150 questions. Had I given them separately, I would have to complete 200 questions, but then since one section was common, I had to complete only 150 questions. And now comes what all should you expect from the university. The university, because it follows choice based credit system, doesn't have a senior junior hierarchy. Because the courses that is offered by a department in a semester is open for both the first semesters and the third semester students, and similar is when it is offered for the second semester, it is for the fourth semester as well. So senior junior, both of them are attending the same course, so there is no hierarchy as such. This allows more number of courses to be offered each semester and thus more choice. But this semester, because of the pandemic, the university wasn't able to follow that format because the second year classes had already started and the first year joined late because of the admission processes, and now we have separate course for first years and second year students. Had it been earlier, we could have had more number of courses and more choices. Other than that, the environment of the campus is very student friendly. It is very liberal, and sometimes people call it too liberal for its own good. There are ample number of hostels and ample number of rooms, but there is no strict curfew timings, and moreover, the course itself is not structured. What I mean by that is sometimes there is no syllabus as such. You, along with a course coordinator, the students, along with their course coordinators, are allowed to form their own syllabus. You can say that you are not liking this essay, you don't want to study this essay, and the course coordinator allows you the freedom to do that, and then he or she will come up with a different material, a different essay, and the whole process is so organic and so student friendly, student centric, rather than or learner centric rather than teacher centric, which is really great. Other than that, in many courses you don't have the conventional written examinations or semester examinations. You basically have to complete a project or a term paper, and uh, the course is activity centric, or they give you assignments, and all of this depends on you and your course coordinator. Everything is very flexible and, as I said, student friendly. But there is just one point that I would like to bring to the forefront. I talk to many people who are from my department or my program, and people who are not from my program. And there is this one problem that I found out. I'm calling it a problem, it may not be a problem for you. The MA Specialized English Literature program that is offered that is offered by the university is not chronological in its manner. See, we have this privilege or this habit of studying English literature, starting from Anglo section and then Anglo normal, and then we go on till the postmodern and the contemporary English literature. At EFLU, the MA English Literature Specialized program is divided into nine rubrics. It starts with Milton and goes on to the modern age, and then ends at rethinking humanities or critical humanities. For a student to complete the MA English Literature degree, he, she, or they has or have to complete one course each from each rubric. But each semester, the courses are not offered as per the rubrics. What it means is that in first semester you may have a course that is offered in Milton and then one in modern, and you need to choose between the two or three or four courses that are offered. What it makes the students to do is that they are studying romantics and at the same time they are studying the moderns, and in the next semester they are studying Milton and then they are studying critical humanities. The course is not chronologically ordered, as we have had the habit of studying English literature, but it's your I don't know. I am no one to comment on that because I am not studying that. Yes, the friend of mine said that it is a bit of a headache. to keep the timeline in mind and then study a certain thing, because when you study an age, remembering the preceding age and then you succeed on, it's better. But yes, I don't know. But depending upon the various choices that EFLU provides, I think this can be managed. It has so many good points. This one small negative will not affect it much. I don't know. Depends on you. But yes, this is EFLU University, the course that it offered, the entrance exam, and the environment, the exam, the course, the syllabus, everything I discussed. Bye bye. Do let me know if you want to know anything else about EFLU. I'll try to provide you the information. अभी तक हम भी hostel नहीं गए, so I cannot tell you much about the hostel facilities and all. But yes, I have heard that the university has ample amount of seats, rooms, and it has separate hostels for Indian students and international students. So once I'll go there, I'll make a video on that too. But till then, bye bye, take care. लाइक सब्सक्राइब शेयर, एज मैंने बोला नहीं पुराने वीडियोस में, पर अभी बोल दे रही हूँ. ओके, बाय 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 बाय.